Oh, how the mighty modern women have fallen. B. Simone, please step to the front of the congregation. Need to have a word with you. Now, the last time that we had a conversation about B. Simone on my platform was way back in 2020 when she was speaking ill of the average man, the average working 9-to-5 man. Well, recently on her new podcast, she had this little insight, emotional moment while revealing that she's so broke that she now shops at H&M instead of Bloomingdale's. Let's listen.
Just my finances, like the budgeting. You see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
You've never budgeted?
Yeah, like I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend the liquid. Yeah. I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account, but it's just my finances.
Listen, it's just my finances. It's the liquid. Listen, there's actual poor people that are currently spitting on their non-existent smartphone right now because they can't afford it. After hearing this dumbass bullshit, I gotta shop at H&M. No! No! What fate is worse than shopping at H&M? I'd rather not. Bloomingdale's. For once in my life, I have to budget. I have to be responsible for my choices, my budgeting choices, my financial decisions. Give me a damn break. And let me also say, this degree of troll that is coming from me right now is that I do not feel sorry for somebody that can speak so ill of the average working person. And then now you up here crying on Al Gore's internet specific to what you can't spend at a store that'll still make you look nice anyway. Give me a damn break. Now, before we look at some of the comments here, and trust me, they're good, I want to go back and re-listen to her original comments.
He can't have a 9-to-5.
What? Why not? You don't want him to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't
so
like, he can't
like,
clock in.
No wonder she's still single to this day.
And clock out.
No.
Damn,
I think
Simone.
entrepreneurs should date entrepreneurs.
Okay, but still, there's people who have really good jobs with vocational skills. If he's a mechanic,
I'm sure, but no, you're not going to understand my lifestyle. You're not going to understand why I'm up at 3 a.m.
Damn, you're making this hard for me. Okay, all right.
You know, he has to be an entrepreneur,
a business owner. He getting one of them stimulus packages from Donald Trump, one of them small business loans, and he ain't buying jewelry with it.
Or moving into that direction.
Yeah. Statements who glamorize women who are attached to this ideal vision of their man, right? Like they want Ghost from Power that's also a successful entrepreneur. Meanwhile, most entrepreneurs are struggling. Meanwhile, most entrepreneurs can dedicate less time to you within a relationship than a guy working a 9-to-5 that has off on weekends and has his nights and evenings off. Unrealistic as hell to make that a requirement. But, you know, we talk about all day that women like her will make these high thresholds in order to be able to even talk to her. And again, no wonder that she's still single. These are the ones that prioritize the Instagram highlights over the reality of the situation. And now she's been humbled 5 years later, speaking out as if a store like H&M is absolutely beneath her. What entrepreneurs also understand is that business will be good some seasons, then business will be bad some seasons. It just is what it is. You have to be able to ride that roller coaster and have resilience enough within your business to go through the rough patches. But see, dating a 9-to-5 guy, depending upon the industry, there's a lot more stability within their work because the business is suffering the losses of their rough patches while still trying to keep as many associates or employees on board. Now, just like I said, let's read through some of these comments and continue the entertainment. Bet she regretted that 9-to-5 comment. Again, God will humble you. I always find it interesting, too, how many of these comments come from women as opposed to men. Next one from a lady. Like, girl, read the room. Are you culturally deaf? She was culturally deaf 4 years ago when she said the original statements, but you know, inflation's crazy. The cost of normal everyday goods is going up. AI is on the horizon, and potentially a lot of people are going to be losing their jobs. A lot of jobs are going to be created with AI, and we have a literal potential war at our doorsteps. And you complaining about going to H&M, Give me a break. Well, anyway, I wanted to go up to the podcast because I was thinking maybe I'm taking some of this out of context. Let's hear some of the thoughts in long form.
So much financial, just my finances, like the budgeting. You see how I am nitpicking every little thing.
Never
been like that.
I didn't know she was damn near
We were
crying.
in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah,
Like I notice it in me.
Tone
now,
deaf.
just nitpicking, and it's not even. I just don't have it like to spend the liquid.
Yeah,
I'm used to having liquid, and because I've invested in this app and this platform, I don't have the liquid. I got the money,
not yet,
but not yet. It's coming. I have it in assets. I have it in jewelry. I have it in. But it's like the liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account.
But you're also used to a hustle mentality.
For sure.
And this time when you set out to do the app, you said that you wanted to do something that was legacy.
That's going to have longevity. Not quick.
Yes, you don't want it.
I don't want it quick, and I'm not complaining. Yeah. I know that. I believe in what we're building.
Yeah.
But I think that, that's what I'm fighting.
You used to microwave, and this app is a crock pot.
Wow.
This app is a slow cooker.
Wow.
And you're going to reap the benefits of it later. But right now, you're sowing seeds into that.
So listen, let me get this straight. And again, I can understand the stress involved with investing into something, and you don't know whether or not it's going to be a success or a failure. But are we really sitting here having a conversation and you're damn near on tears basically because you have to now budget your money like every other responsible person on the planet has to do? Ma'am, this is what happens when you receive fame, status, money, and you don't understand really how the world works. And it makes it exponentially worse when you've never been told no within your life, and you've been led to believe this idea of power couples, all this other bullshit. And you take all of that and you're up here acting like it's the end of the world because you got to shop at H&M. It's gross. And let us not forget that you are the one that said that you would not deal with an average guy, a 9-to-5 guy. You said that with your damn chest. And the reason is quite clear, because you consider yourself better than these men because of the success that you attained earlier within your life. Meanwhile, a great man, a stable man, will be holding you down through times like this. And the current stress that you're feeling right now would be supplanted by a protector and a provider. But these women don't glamorize the average man. They avoid the average man for what they feel is like this boss, entrepreneur, a baller, a rapper, a media figure type of man. When entitlement replaces good decision making. That's what we have right here. Humility could have went a long way. Now, another portion of this podcast is going viral. Let's listen.
Point in our relationship.
Yeah.
Recently, I have this opportunity and I called you and I told you about it. And you were just like, okay. Mm-hmm. And you called me back.
I called her right back, y'all. I was so convicted. I was so convicted.
You were like, I didn't like how I felt.
Conflicted?
When you told me that. And I was like, what do you mean? You were like, I don't know what it is. I'm talking this out in real time. But whatever it is, I don't like what I felt. And I said, did you feel jealous?
Oh.
And you were like, I don't think I feel jealous, but will we be able to do what we did before?
Yeah.
Will it happen for us again?
Yeah.
And that's when that's how we got on the conversation of you letting go of the hurt and not being traumatized by your past.
Cause we went through all the emotions. She's like, are you angry? Are you sad? Are you jealous? I was like, I'm not jealous cause I don't want what you have. I'm sad and I'm angry and I'm upset that I'm not doing it with me.
Yeah.
Like we're not working together.
Yeah.
Like I don't have that.
Oh.
Y'all, let me tell you something. Anybody that's in my circle, I want to work with you. I want to put you on. I'm putting you in position. I like doing it together.
You do.
How can we do this together? How can we make money together? How can we build together? How can we grow together? How can we all pitch in together? How can we be millionaires I want to do it together.
Yeah.
And there was a point in my life where I had that and it was crumbled.
You know, I hear a lot of people say that there's something off with B. Simone and something not right with her. Man, ain't nothing off with B. Simone. B. Simone is just not a good person. I went back and I watched that interview, her podcast with her friend, and I think we focusing on the wrong part of the podcast. See, people talking about B. Simone not being a good friend because she didn't help her while she was struggling. The young lady car got repoed. She had to move back in with her mom. She was a single mom. And she said she had to watch B. Simone help other people, and she didn't ask her for help. I don't know why she didn't ask, but she figured it out on her own, and she's up. Now, here's the part where B. Simone is not a good person, because that part I just explained, that just says that she's not a good friend. B. Simone is not a good person because after that whole situation happened with the friend, she finds her bearings, she gets on her feet, and she's offered a great opportunity, right? B. Simone says that she gets jealous. She doesn't know if it's jealousy, anger, sadness, whatever the emotion is, but she felt some type way when her friend got that opportunity. What? Let me get this straight. You watched her struggle, right? You helped others, and she watched you help others. And mind you, one of the people that's the others that she helped is Shekinah, somebody that's already up. Let's keep that in mind. She watched you help others, and she figured it out on her own, and she was offered an opportunity, and you felt some type of way. You're not a good person. You don't like her. B. Simone does not like that young lady. That's it. That's all. I don't know any other way to explain it. And she's not a good person. That's somebody that wants to keep their friends at a certain level. Like, I want you to do well, you know what I'm saying, but not too much. Them type people. Like, did you see how she tried to embarrass Pretty V about an incident that happened at her house about Pretty V going to the bathroom, in her bathroom on the floor or whatever have you? But whatever that was a private moment between y'all. You took an opportunity where cameras was rolling. Yo, that girl is not a good person. And I hope her walk in her faith is genuine, because she needs all the spiritual guidance that she can get, because she's just not right. She's not a good person. Y'all go back and watch that interview.
There is something mentally wrong with B. Simone, and that's the only answer at this point, because just the pattern of behavior outside of this thing with her best friend, the pattern of behavior we have seen with her it parallels a lunatic. But now back to the best friend, because now we've crossed the line from entertainment and work into her actual personal life. Her best friend called her, said, hey, I got this opportunity, blah, 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 expecting her to be happy for her. And the spirit of evilness inside B. Simone was triggered. B. Simone hates her, period. B. Simone then calls her back and tells the friend, hey, I don't like how I felt when you told me that. That is fucking crazy to begin with. That is something you deal with by yourself. You don't call your friend who's in the midst of getting this amazing opportunity and make it about you and make it about how you don't like it. The best friend then goes on to ask her, are you jealous? And that is the telling thing right there. That tells us everything that we need to know. This is not B. Simone's first time being jealous of that girl. I guarantee there were other instances of something good happening to that girl and B. Simone not being supportive and being jealous of it before they even got famous. B. Simone then goes on to say she didn't like it because she wanted to be involved in it. Excuse me? She wants to do everything with all her friends together. She wants to make money together. She wants to put them on. Why are you upset because people are doing things outside of you? And then what's really getting me is B. Simone is barely on. You are not Beyonce. Like, that girl is just very, very weird. I'm telling you, anytime somebody turned heavy Christian, you cannot trust them. I'm telling you. It's giving she wants to be the only successful one so that she can take credit for everything that the people in her life do. She wants to have credit for every piece of success they have. Because how do you feel so strongly about your friend getting an opportunity that you have to call them back to discuss how strongly and irritated you feel? If I was that best friend, I would have clipped B. Simone a long time ago, because you're not going to be up and rich watching me struggle. And then when I get an opportunity, you calling me, oh, I didn't like how that felt. Are you click?
So I feel like since that has ended, that season, I've always yearned for it again. But it's just been a season of solitude for 2 damn years.
Maybe the longest season ever.
The longest season ever. Yeah. And I think... And I know that's what it was. But I was so convicted. I called you right back. I was like, that's not right. Yeah. Like, your friend, she just told me she was doing something so bomb. Yeah. So great. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I was like, that's disgusting.
But others felt that she's capping and just not a good person because they combined it with earlier statements that her best friend said.
I'm going to say it. B. Simone was right. And I cannot stress this enough, but if you are the successful one or the one with money in your friend circle or in your family, everyone and their mama is going to come to you when they're going through a financial problem. You are not financially obligated to help anyone. I used to be the when I eat, we all eat friend too at one point. Trust me. And I did that. I kept my word. They ate everything off my mother clucking plate. I had nothing left for me. The only people I feel like I need to look out for is my immediate family. Everyone else, you're going to have to let them go. I'm trying to tell y'all, as someone who lost everything, you can't help everybody. Some people have to go through things on their own. And I know that she was mentioning that Simone was helping strangers, but that's because strangers don't have full access to you. She named a whole list of things that she needed, right? Strangers, if you help them one time, that's it. If you help somebody that's close to you, that got your phone number, you're going to have to help them every time. Every time. And so for those who disagree, I understand. I was that way too. You gonna see. You gonna help everybody. Ain't nobody gonna help you. Ain't nobody gonna have your back. I promise you. And it's not because they simply don't want to help you. They don't have nothing. That's why they asking you for everything. I'm sorry. Go to God. Go to God.
Be Simone, the type of that'll let you just walk around the club, period blood, licking through your shit and won't tell you shit until the end of the night. Not even the end of the night. Until you notice that shit. Sound dumb as fuck, don't it? The same analogy y'all should have for as the reason why you sitting up here watching your best friend struggle. And then you rich as fuck at that. Like, see, I could understand if it was just the outside friend, somebody that you just kick it with here and there. But no, this was somebody you really titled as your best friend. And then the best friend trying to forgive it and look past it by saying, well, she didn't have to do nothing for me. We grown, woo, woo, woo. If a motherfucker is not beneficial to you, I don't get no nobody said they need to move the fuck around. Cause I know somehow, some way you was beneficial to her. Even if that was being around her or letting her vent to you and shit like that. Like, it was some reason she had you around. And really, she probably was feeding off of that whole you struggling shit. And that's literally what you call a monitoring spirit. Cause bitch, what is you around me for just watching me struggle and not trying to help me progress or grow? Like, what the y'all really gotta watch my like that.
When this is a good relationship in my life, why can't you discern when this is a great opportunity and this is a door that I'm supposed to walk into? Why is it always something? He's like, no, that's superstition. That's actually fear. You're scared.
It's fear.
You're traumatized by an old relationship.
And so many women go through that, whether it's a nigga, whether it's a friend, you get hurt and now you move with this like, this fear. Guard up, this fear, this anger, you're broken, you're hurt.
Yeah.
So I don't want to ever move like that. I think about all the things I did in my past for people, for friends, for niggas, for family, for the wrong people. The money, I done gave people money. I done bought houses. I done paid for divorces.
Now think about how I feel as your friend.
And let me tell you, I'm going to get there. Mm-hmm. And I've done all that. And then the right people come around that have the purest heart, that love you so much, and you're stifling and you're looking and you're paranoid and you looking people up and down and it's anxiety. That's not coming from a healed place. It's coming from, like you said, bitterness. Yeah. Okay. It's like a guard is up.
Yeah.
I've never been like that in my life. And I feel like I'm coming out of that slowly.
Yeah.
But there was a little moment where I had it, like I was heavy. I was like, and I was aware. I was like, I do not want to be like this.
Yeah.
I feel it. Yeah. I hear it in my tone. Like, I agree with you. I can't even say I disagree with you. I feel it.
Yeah. You were like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What she's essentially saying is that for people that were not shit within her life, she wasted her money on all of those people. But those that were her best friends, that we're going to hear in a quick second, didn't receive the blessings that she gave to all of these people that she was seeking validation from.
Let's catch it.
Yeah.
Let's catch it.
Yeah. It's, you were swallowing it, though, because you didn't have nothing. Okay.
But what were you going to say? And think about how I feel as
I mean, this was the hardest season of my life this last year. And sometimes from the public perception, it's like being a best friend with a celebrity. Everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, when I tell you, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom, all this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like, I left from that's my soul, and I can't get nobody didn't give me a handout. But guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid.
Damn.
Because whatever I'm building my story too.
Single mom.
But it's like, as a friend somebody who has it, it's hard to digest because everybody around you, nobody would they're probably shocked that I'm even saying this right now. All this
B.
year.
Simone is.
In less than 12 months.
What?
All right, listen. We're going to pause the content at least right here. I want to give you guys some of my thoughts in regards to this. Shout out to all the 9-to-5 brothers out there, just as I was saying earlier within the content. But let me conclude is to say that the majority of this content that comes from, those with weird delusional standards or requirements, right, is generally coming from unhealed people. And you don't want to be in relationships with these women to begin with. If you cross-reference her comments back in 2020 towards the way that she would treat the closest person to her, right, being jealous of different positions that would come into her life to get her up out of what she just described the last year of her life in. Some of these people, they want you to do good, but they're not better than them, or do good, but not better without them. It's absolutely absurd. Generally, these come from low barometer, low thinking, low aptitude people. So I say all this to say is that you shouldn't take them seriously, right? We do this content up here, but we also understand that at the end of the day, if they're not fixing their degrees of trauma within life, then that is not baggage for me to fix. No way. But I also think it's funny when the best friend was attempting to hold her a degree accountable, she kept on throwing up Jesus as the block. Jesus. She's throwing up. Come on, they be hiding behind the pew in order to block the accountability. Guys, drop your questions, comments, concerns down up into the comment box down below. Am I completely off on this one, or do you agree with my thoughts and opinions and my commentary? All right. Do you have any sympathy for B. Simone? You think that I'm going too hard up on her? Right? Do you think, F the 9-to-5 guys and all of these women should aspire to a baller? Let me know down in the comment box down below. Let's have a real conversation about it. Shout out to all the MT Army savages and one love to all the MTandR ladies. All right? I appreciate you guys. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
She belongs to the street.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get too old to strip and dance? Get up out your echo chamber screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up by a high value man.